with that done, we should be live. Back at it again in our fam stream. We're going to keep going over the Bonnie Blue and Tate interview to make sure you guys can peep all my perspectives and views on a lot of shit. So yeah, man, the fam just gonna keep cooking, keep growing, man. Like just the streaming shit, man. I'm enjoying it, man. I saw last stream though that my shit was lagging a lot, so I'm probably gonna need to like invest in a way better like computer, desktop, and all that, so that like it doesn't lag anymore. But I put less tabs open this time just to make sure to see if it won't lag anymore. But I'll continue to make sure that it stops fucking lagging so much because nobody wants to watch a stream that's lagging hella. But at least you get to hear my voice and all that other kind of stuff is smooth. So yeah. So all right, bet. Let's get right back into the interview here. Well, you gotta remember to do share screen. Bada bing, bada pow. All right, so y'all should be seeing that shit right now. Let me see in Prezi mode. Yeah. So you guys can see that shit like that. Boom. All right, bet. So let's cook, boys. I think we're on the right person. Damn, we're only 12 minutes in. Shit. Hey, don't worry though. I might fly through, but there's still a lot of shit I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? I gotta supplement a lot of the things or the way that I see things. So I gotta monologue a little bit to make sure you guys understand the way I'm seeing my shit. So, all right, let's cook it.
Boom, boom, boom. Now, there's a lot of men who are going to disagree with me on that, but those are a lot of men I can beat the shit out of, so I don't give a fuck. That's the truth of it.
Bro, I literally forgot. I basically forgot where we were at. Like I said before in the last stream, like I've seen it before, but I'm going to need to quickly remember where I was at in this.
The female imperative is to find a man who's obsessed with her so that when she gets pregnant, she's going to have protection and provision when she's not capable of looking after herself. That is the female biological imperative.
Oh, speaking of which, too, I actually dropped a YouTube video today about masculinity. And I personally think it's the best video on masculinity on the internet because I feel like so many guys have their own version or definition of what masculinity is. But I basically listen to everybody's perspectives on what masculinity is. And then in my video that I made, which I'll shout out at the end, I'll show all my socials and all my other stuff at the end. But yeah, so what was I about to say? What was I about to say? What the fuck? Yeah, so like mine, like in that YouTube video, it's the most consistent definition. Or moreover, how to turn the definition of masculinity into more of behavioral actions that you can actually take to improve it, right? Because it's one thing for me to sit here and say, become more masculine, bro. Like you're going to sit there and look at me and be like, I'll try, but you don't like, there's no action behind that. You don't know really what that looks like. And on the other end of this, you'll think, oh, that just means money and status and wealth. And while yes, the accumulation of that does play a part into your role as a man, how do you become more masculine within yourself is what's important, because those things will come after you train what it is to become masculine. So I'm gonna shout that video out at the end of this stream, which will, like I said before, we'll pretty much go for an hour every single day. So in about an hour at the end of the stream, I'll go over all that, or I'll shout out that video so you guys can see that shit. So yeah, I bet. Let's keep going.
And the masculine biological imperative. I'm still living to my biological imperative to some degree. If I were to, let's say, have 4 or 5 women and I had kids with 4 or 5 women and I took care of 4 or 5 women and I was with all of them and they were exclusively only with me and we had children over and over and over again, that's my biological imperative. It's actually against the female biological imperative to do what Bonnie is doing, I would argue, traditionally. But that means you break paradigms. That's great. But feminism and society and this brand new societal conditioning is convincing women that what they're supposed to do, which is find a man they love and be obsessed with him and get pregnant from him, is the wrong thing to do. Well, then let's all just become sex workers now.
But you disagree with that feminist program.
I don't have an opinion, Rob.
And also another thing about this too, why this is like so stupid just for society overall and just men in general, is because when you let women do whatever they want, they're always going to pick the best they could possibly get. Like that's just what's going to happen. So, okay, they're only going to choose the best possible guys. Okay, but there's all these men. So if they're only choosing this small amount of men and they're all going here, this means all these men are getting nothing. All these men from the top of the middle all the way down to the bottom basically get nothing, while all of the women just want the top guys. And then these top guys are like, well, nigga, why would I settle for any of you hoes when I could have any of you guys? Like, it doesn't really make sense. So all these bitches end up getting entitled because they're only dealing with these types of dudes. So then after getting fucked for years and years and years, they decide, okay, at the beginning of their 30s, I'm going to now settle for like a chiller dude or a dude who's not going to have a ton of other women around. But the problem is when you've been smashed over and over again by these top tier guys, what happens is your standards get way higher. Like, because think about this, it's almost like by association. If you've been in an environment for so long, or let's say you've made a lot of money in your life, and there was a certain lifestyle that your high income could afford for a while. Well, what's going to happen when suddenly you have to live way below that mean of living that you used to live when you used to have a higher income? Like, let's say you go from making $1 million a year to only making $30 a year. That'd be fucking wild, bro. But $30,000 a year, like, the difference in the lifestyle you're maintaining is like heaven and earth. And that's what it's going to be like for a lot of women in my age group in the next 10 years. Cause I'm 24. So like, I'm thinking about all the girls I went to high school with and whatever, and they're getting flown out, going to here, going to Dubai, doing all this crazy shit. Like shit you're only going to be able to do once you've grinded for a decade plus and you have now become a millionaire and made a lot of money. Like, they're doing that shit now and they're getting used to that shit. They're going to get used to that shit for the next 9 years. So imagine by the time they hit their early 30s and they realize they don't have kids and no man really wants to take them seriously, and they're like, okay, I gotta go settle for some random dude. They're gonna look at their life and they're gonna hate their lives. They're gonna hate their husband. They're gonna hate that they have to take care of these bum ass kids that they're gonna pop out from this dude. Like, they're just gonna hate their lives, and then they're gonna divorce you and take half your shit. Like, I'm saying this to say because it only makes sense, guys. This all only makes sense. If you've had a standard of living for 10 years plus, and all of a sudden you now have to drop that standard of living significantly, guys, these women are getting flown out, bro. You're opening your Instagram DMs right now and there's just nothing. there's just DMs you've sent to hoes and them just not opening your message or getting left on red. For them, it's just dudes with blue check marks, dudes who are in fucking, I don't even know, Kuwait, bro, with like a mansion and pools everywhere. Like, hey, baby, I need you to come out here. I need you to come out here. And they going, y'all. And they're fucking going. So imagine they do that for 9 years straight. Like, how are they going to be able to deal with a dude that makes $50,000 a year, $40,000 a year, $60,000 a year? How, like, the standard of living that they used to have, the level of fun that they used to have, it's going to be like a heaven and earth difference. They're not going to be able to respect this man who's making an average income. It's just impossible, guys. Like, it just doesn't really make sense for them. So this is why society is getting destroyed, because the men who build America, which is basically every man in the middle who works like a regular job or a 9-to-5 or is blue collar, like the people who actually build America and make it like, so we have our houses, these lights, these headphones, these computers, like all the men who do these jobs are not getting rewarded for it with a wife that actually loves them, who's going to give them children and take care of said children. They're going to get some naggy, bitchy woman who has been fucked by all these millionaires for 10 years straight and can't even respect him. And then the minute she gets bored, because she's going to get bored because of what she's been used to, she's just going to divorce and take half his stuff. Like, it's don't you guys see why now, like, men are like wanting to check out? And you better not be one of them niggas who are checking out. I'm saying this all to say so you understand the situation, because the only way that you can improve a situation is by understanding the situation. This is why I'm explaining this, because if you understand this now, you're like, okay, I know how to move. I do have to reach the pinnacle of my success. I mean, this is for the fam, guys. This is for the young, ambitious men. Like, if you're ambitious, it's important that you hear this, because it can give you extra drive to go even harder. Because if you don't go even harder, you're going to deal with a naggy, bitchy woman instead of getting a woman that's submissive. This is not something that you just guaranteed get anymore, guys. You do not, in the West at least, like, you do not guaranteed get a wife who's going to love you and support you and give you nice, wonderful children and not be annoying about it. Like, you don't get that anymore. It's a luxury now. It's something that you can only really get and enjoy if you're elite. So you have no choice but to become elite.
Because I have 14 criminal cases. I don't have an opinion. I'm just here. I'm a commentator. I'm just commentating.
Commentators have opinions.
I don't have an opinion. No, I don't have an opinion. Women can do whatever they want. Women are fantastic. We live in this great society now where women are girl bosses and better than us, while also our.
And as I said last stream too, it's like, it makes sense for Tate. Like, bro is 38, bro. Like, he's been through a lot in his life. So he's looking at the situation like, look, man, I'm not getting any younger. Like, what I wish he would have said here is that I'm passing the torch to the young guys coming up. Like, that's what I would have loved for him to say. Like, that would have been tough. Like, if he'd just been like, okay, nah, I'm passing the torch to the younger guys. I'm good. I'm just a commentator now. I'm going to watch the young bulls come up and take care of this. Because we're going to be the ones to have to deal with this problem, by the way, y'all. Because a lot of you guys who are probably going to be watching this are going to be younger, or like you guys are younger. So, like, we're going to be the ones coming up and be grinding through this and having to deal with this cultural situation that we have right now. So for him, bro, he's 38, bro. He like, look, man, I just want children and everywhere, and I'm in jail, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool for him to be dejected because he's been through a lot, and he did fight pretty hard against all this nonsense since 2022, I think is when he blew up, since like 2022. So I don't blame him for being like that, but I would just love him to be like, hey, y'all young bulls, y'all got it, bro. Because he's done a lot in that sense. He's definitely woken a lot of men up. So like from that perspective, he's played a big part in the change.
Equals everything. While also everything they do, they regret was a man's fault somehow, as Bonnie described. They were tricked into it. So we live in this impossible situation where a man can't possibly win anyway, no matter what opinion he has. But I'm just saying it would be unprofessional and hypocritical of me to sit here and think that Bonnie is doing anything different or anything bad or anything wrong when she does the same thing 99.9% of Western women do anyway.
Okay, so Bonnie...
You get one extreme to the next. You get the women like me that are just sluts, and then you get the others that are lazy and won't even get on their knees and give a blowjob.
And they're sluts too. No, but this is the thing. They're sluts too. They're just sluts for a different guy, or they were sluts for their ex, and they're not sluts for the new guy. These women are sluts too. It's all the same.
So I used to be a full service sex worker, like an escort. And I used to judge men that cheated. And then when I actually started speaking to these men, I was like, you know what? They've got a point. They're going to work. They're looking after their kids. They're still emptying the dishes because the wife's now refusing to do that, saying it should be equal. And then I say, well, when's the last time she gave you a blowjob? When's the last time she fucked you? They couldn't name it. They couldn't even list the amount of...
And this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This, what she's describing right here is going to be like times 10 in the next 10 years with what we have going on. Like, this is... what she just described is going to be like every dude who's not like baseline a millionaire or six-figure earner. Like, even that, I mean, even there with inflation and everything else, that's not even gonna be enough either. Like, if you're not even baseline a millionaire, like, that's how she's gonna be acting. I mean, shit, they're gonna be acting like that regardless, because like it's so baked into because of feminism, like they've already been brainwashed already. But it's just even worse if you're relative to her in any degree, bro. Like, she's like just gonna look at you with such extreme disgust. That's what I'm saying. You guys gotta cook, man. We gotta cook. We seriously have to cook super hard. Like, this is not a game. What she just described, bro, it's only gonna get worse. You're gonna hear way more situations like this. Like, I mean, this is why these girls are already so popular, guys. Because this is the situation we're in. Like, if women were doing what she just described, bro, her face is the funniest shit from this. But if women are already doing what she just described, like now, things would be way better. But it's only gonna get worse anyway.
Times where they've had sexual intercourse, I'm like, of course you're gonna need that. Of course you're gonna cheat. So how can I ever say women are anything but lazy and poorly educated?
So do you think you're a good role model for women?
I'm a clear example of what women have fought for years. Of
what?
Facts.
Taking control of your body.
Correct.
Being independent. I earn my own money. I don't rely on a guy. I'm
Girl
paying
power.
Exactly. I'm paying more than other guys.
100%.
Do you think
she is a clear example of what women have been fighting for years? Absolutely correct.
And now
I'm not going to sit here and lecture you about God. I'm not going to sit here and no, that's all bullshit. She is a clear example of what women have been fighting for years.
Yeah.
Women believe that they can do whatever they want.
Do you think they should be able to?
Listen, brother, I have 14.
So my answer is no. No, they shouldn't. Like, women have always been at their peak when they've had a strong man to guide their lives. As I described last stream for you guys, the reason for this is because when it comes to good decision making, you need to use logic. You need to use sense. And the problem is women prioritize emotion over logic. Women are not more emotional, guys. I really want to break that belief. And I'm going to say this like every single stream now. Like, it's not that women are more emotional, guys. We feel the same level of emotion they can feel. It's just that they prioritize their emotions over logic when it comes to dealing with a situation. It's more about how do they feel right now instead of the context of whatever situation that they're looking at. As I said last stream as well, this is why women are easier to psyop and easier to make them do things that are actually not in the best of their interests. I mean, bro, this isn't the Bible, bro. This is why Eve ate the apple, bro, because women you can, if you manipulate their emotions, you can pretty much make them do anything, right? So whereas for us, we think with logic, we're logically sound, or most of us, or the smart ones, are logically sound. So we don't, it's not always about how we feel about something. I mean, to be a man in general, bro, to achieve great things, to achieve all your ambitions, you need to be able to ignore your emotions anyway. Like this is a general stake of what it means to be a man and reach the peak of your masculinity anyway. Like you have to be able to stand on business, even if your emotions are telling you to do some different shit, or other people are going to get fucked up. And that's just how we're designed to be. We're designed to ignore emotions for the betterment of other people who are emotional, like women or children. Understand? So like that's just kind of the situation that we're in. So that's why women can't be left to their own devices, because they make bad decisions, because they prioritize emotions over logic in many situations. This obviously leads to them making a lot of mistakes that they otherwise would not make if they had a masculine man who thinks with logic in their lives, or to lead their lives.
Criminal cases. I don't want to be called a misogynist by the BBC. That would break my heart. That's not up to me. We're all individual sovereign people, and we make our own decisions. If women want to run around and do whatever they want to do, it's up to them. My point is, all women on some scale are doing what Bonnie Blue is doing. However, Bonnie Blue's just the best at it. She's the best. She's the queen of it. So why?
Like on God though, too. Like, bruh, like if you're gonna be a hoe, you might as well make money from that shit, bro. Like I don't understand.
It's
not all women are doing.
Let me ask you a question. If a man walks into Starbucks and steals a chocolate bar, he's a thief. Yeah,
not in London.
Well,
it's legal.
Yeah. And if a banker manages to liquidate a ton of stock illegally in the stock market, or rip off a bunch of people with a false investment fund, whatever it is, he's a thief, right? The morality is the same, whether you're stealing from the Wall Street or you're stealing from Starbucks. The morality of it is the same. But people will sit there and argue that the banker is somehow worse than the guy who stole the chocolate bar because of how much he stole. I wouldn't argue there's a difference in morality. There's a difference in capability, but the morality is the same. The banker's just smarter.
I'm just a clever slut.
You're just very good. She is very.
Which is true. Because I can't even imagine, like, if you're going to be a whore, you might as well get paid. Because this is like, bruh, because at least with that money, if you're a whore, you're making all that money, at least you could take care of your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though you're being deplorable and you shouldn't live your life that way as a woman, like, at least make money so you can help out your family, right? Like, come on now.
Very good at what she's decided to do. If you're going to be a whore, and most women watching this, and most men, hello, your wife, yeah, her, they're all whores anyway. If you're going to be a whore, no disrespect, you may as well be fucking good at it. Get a media empire, get rich, let everyone know your name, and get paid. Why are you going out to the pub, getting drunk, and meeting a man who's funny, and getting fucked in a toilet for free? Are you dumb?
They are, though. Women are stupid.
They're stupid. So Bonnie's just a smart.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Even women say women are retarded, bro.
She's the Wall Street banker of this whole shit. I respect that much more than these other girls. Rob, I grew up in Luton, England, bruv. You think I don't know hoes? You think I haven't seen it? You think I haven't walked in the toilet and some bitch has got 5 dudes hanging out of her? This is the Western world. This is feminism. This is what all you white boys wanted. All you white men listening to women all the time. Women get to opinions all.
Yeah, that's also a big, massive. And that's a massive thing he just said. That's like a massive reason why the West is absolutely cooked. Like, white guys, I don't fucking know. They listen to women way too. I mean, this is why we are where we are. Like, they listen to women way too fucking much. They care way too much about women's opinions. It's absolutely fucking crazy. And I think, but white men have always been like that, in the sense that white men are always more willing to hear people out. And you can just see this across time, guys. Like, for example, when white people came to Africa and they were like, all right, let me trade slaves and whatever. Like, white men are so willing to listen and hear people out to learn things. Like, this is why white people build everything, guys, because they're more than willing to take in new ideas or new ways of doing things. You know what I'm saying? They're willing to learn from other people and learn about other people's cultures and traditions to then add it to themselves, right? To build things. You know what I'm saying? Just like this is why white people have been so prosperous from a architectural perspective, just innovation in general. Like they've been so good at these things because they're more than willing to learn. Because obviously, to be innovative, you have to be willing to try new things. You have to be willing to learn from new people. And for this reason, they're just more willing to listen to people, right? This is why, like, a lot of the issues we have in the country now comes from that, what people will call white guilt. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, well, it's a mix between white guilt and also white people's willingness to learn and hear other people out, right? The guilt part is more of like they've just been like white people have been gaslighted into killing themselves. Like everything that is seen as white superior, like uplifting white people is like against the law in America, bro. Like anytime you see any white person anywhere saying something like, I love white people, white power. You see how like even maybe probably you just hearing that right now, you're like, oh, bro, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? Like that might feels weird. It just feels racist. Just to say white power, like that just feels racist. But if I said black power, you see, you haven't like you're just like, oh yeah, cool, black. Like you see that tribalism is okay with every other race. But when white people are tribalistic, it's met with extreme scrutiny. Like, if, bruh, I've seen shit where you post a picture of a white family on Twitter, like a blonde woman, the husband, and 2 kids. You just put that on Twitter, and somebody said, oh, "This looks like Nazi propaganda." It's like, nigga, this. Like, this is just a white family. This is just a white family. What does this have to do with Nazis? And this is what I'm saying. Anything that is pro-white people in a lot of people's minds in America is anti everybody else. Understand? It's like, oh, it's rooted in white supremacy. Like, because this is how fucking dumbass liberals talk. Everything is rooted in white supremacy. This is white supremacy. Like, posting a picture of a white family, you could give no context on the picture. Just post a picture and just say something like, this looks nice. And someone will come, I'm telling you, these Twitter niggas are retarded. They will come up in that comment section and be like, man, white supremacy right here. Just of white people being happy and having their family. So, you know, that's kind of one side of it with the white guilt thing, or why white people are cooked. Like, we've trained white people, or all the minorities who live in the US have trained white people to kill themselves. This is also why white people are having less children, and the population of every other minority in the United States is increasing. And combining this with white people not having children, this means that the white population is declining while every other population is increasing. And we're bringing in third world retards into the US, and we're basically destroying what makes the West the West. And this is exacerbated by the fact that white people listen to women. And as I said, women are emotional, so they don't prioritize logic. Women just think, oh, we should just be nice to everyone, because that's how women think. Like, there's just emotion. They're designed to take care of babies, guys. They're not designed to deal with politics and governance and all this other kind of stuff, because that's violence is involved in those things. And women don't understand violence. They don't have to fight people. We're the ones who fight and die in revolutions. They don't. So they're just being like, oh, this is okay. Yeah, let's bring all the minorities and whatever. Everything is fine. And then white men, unfortunately, are listening to the women. And this is also why, pro tip for you guys, never listen to any man that cares about women's opinions. Because as I just explained to you, I'll show you the line of thinking and the line of reasoning for this. If women are emotional and they prioritize their emotions over logic, if you are caring and listening to women's opinions, that means you're also prioritizing emotions over logic. Understand, guys. So if there's a guy around you who cares and gives a fuck about what women think, this means that they are not thinking straight. So by extension, if you're listening to them, you will also stop thinking straight. And that's when the bad shit happens. And you're going to have to be the one to die for it, because men are the ones who defend things. Women don't. They just sit back and then get fucked by the next strong guy that comes over. Just put that into perspective for y'all.
All of a sudden, this is what you build. Congratulations.
So you blame men.
Well, 100% I blame men, because everything's men's fault, because men are the only ones who can apply force to scenarios. Women can't apply force. Men apply force. If there's something we don't like, we apply force to the situation. We could force this away. We could force most things away. So everything's absolutely men's fault.
And this is why I'm trying to make everybody more masculine, or help to do it at least, because we can just get rid of bad things if real niggas become real niggas again. You know what I'm saying? If you're just willing to stand up for shit again and become as capable as possible. When you're skilled and capable, when you're strong, you can just say fuck no to bad ideas. The only reason why we accept so many obviously dumbass ideas nowadays is because men are weaker than they've ever been. And we listen to women. So it's like, of course we accept all the bullshit. But when men are strong, they say fuck no. But this also means they get canceled. Like Tate's been canceled. And any other man that has spoken out against any of this nonsense, like you get debanked or whatever. Like they just fuck you up. And this is like, because we're scary, as we should be. With masculine men are scary. We're strong. We can enforce our will on things. We can garner audiences. We can do things that makes us a threat to others, which is good because it's the only way we can defend against any of this nonsense. We have to become strong. We have no choice.
And this came from, I mean, the feminism and the women's sexualization and the liberation, a lot of it came from beta males hoping to get some pussy. That's what it came from. Bunch of weak men, though. If we told girls to be hoes, I might get a little bit. Because the natural order of the universe is the big gorilla, top G.
And this is why I'm saying, like, blue-pilled guys are dangerous because they're more than willing to throw you under the bus for a bitch that doesn't even like them. Like, I need you guys to understand. If a guy is deprived of getting laid or getting bitches or getting pussy or getting pussy, right? What he ends up doing is in any situation where he can get pussy and it means he has to go through one of his day ones or one of his homies, he's going to do it. You've probably had many experiences in your own life where this shit has happened, or you've seen it to a degree where your homie is willing to make a questionable move against you in order to get laid, or to at least try to. Dangerous, super dangerous, right? For you and your own safety. You know what I'm saying?
Smart. I'm so fucking smart. The big gorilla, top G, has a bunch of women, and then the small gorilla has nothing. This is the natural order of the universe. It's actually kind of still like that in many ways. There's a guy.
And in fact, it's exactly like this now. Because before, when we had back in the 1950s, when everybody was just playing their role, you know what I'm saying? And religion was a big part of dating and all these other kind of things. There was a lot of, basically, dating wasn't just a free-for-all like the way it is now. Everything was very structured. Like, you know what I'm saying? The girl grows up, she moves into her husband's house. Like, she starts in her father's house, she moves into her husband's house. Once she reaches of age, and the husband or the father finds a man for her daughter to marry. That's how it used to work. It was nice and simple. And then the woman's at home cooking and cleaning, take care of the children while the man goes to work. Very simple, very clear cut. Nobody was confused about literally anything, right? So basically, average women would be with average men, and it worked. Like I said last stream, it worked because the man was fully in his masculine and the woman was fully in her feminine. There was like, he was strong and taking care of the family, and she was taking care of the family from the home. And he's the one who takes care of her, so she has to like rely on him. So everything worked well. But now when you allow women to make their own money, that provisionary side of things is gone. So what ends up happening is women only have the sexual side of things unfulfilled, the lustful side of things unfulfilled, because they can go make their own money. So what ends up happening when you leave animals to their own devices, as Tate is referring to the gorillas, like only the strong gorillas get all the women, while the other not as strong gorillas basically get nothing. And as I said, as I said before, this is really bad as a society because it is that middle part of society that stabilizes the entire country, right? So if this middle guy is getting nothing now because women take care of all this other stuff, so take care of the provisionary side of things for themselves. So now they just want to smash the best dudes. So this guy can work really hard, but if he's in the middle, he's not going to get anything. So what happens? He becomes unmotivated to do anything. And then when that happens, society collapses because now we just have broken homes everywhere. Just everywhere, because women won't stay with this average guy because they want to smash this guy. They have his kids. And even worse, now this mid guy has to take care of somebody else's kids, and he doesn't want to fucking do that. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it destroys everything that stabilizes society. So it's a massive issue, y'all. Like, this is cooked. And why I emphasize again and again, we have to become strong, bro, because this is dumb. And the only way we can change it is if we become strong.
With the yacht with 10 wives, and then there's a guy with no yacht with no wife. It's kind of like that. But beta males didn't like that because they couldn't obviously compete with the top guy. So they've tried to push this sexual liberation, hoping to get a little bit of pussy, and it probably works a little bit. But society's destroyed.
Well, that's why I don't. Yes, kind of, actually. Yeah. I mean, yes and no. I mean, women mostly just got like psyoped, to be honest. is what I would say. Like, that's more of what happened. Like, women got convinced that, oh, they were being oppressed because they were in the household and they needed to have equal rights to men. This was mostly pushed by a coin master. So, yeah.
By extension, if you want to look at society for what it is, because what is society? Anything other than rearing and raising children.
And the coin master, by the way, was Gloria Steinem. So, but you can start doing some research on that.
What society should be, I would argue. Society should be, the primary function of it should be, let's have kids so that we have a population. We have a population collapse in the West.
Yeah, I think they should have a choice. I before used to think, oh my God, I really want kids, I want a family. But it's because I was so naive to what else was open to the world. I just thought, okay, I need to get married. I need to, have children. I need to get a good job. And that was what I thought life was. And then I was like, fuck, there's so much more to life rather than just staying in that, finishing school, going to uni, getting married, buying a house. And you just copy everyone else. Like, half the shit we do is because someone else has done it.
Okay, Bonnie.
Well, okay. This is one thing I would say about what you just said here. So from the male perspective, yes. From the female perspective, this isn't good. Like, you shouldn't want to do more because that's why everything is cooked. Like, that's what I keep saying. When you're left to your own, when women are left to their own devices, they just do dumb shit, especially when they're able to provide for themselves now. That's even worse. Now it's just a free-for-all to just do whatever you want to do. For men, this is different. Like, men were meant to break away from the expectations of others, right? That's how we gain our independence. That's what it means to become a man. To become a man means to become sovereign. It means that you blame yourself for all of your problems in your life. You take responsibility for everything in your life, and you take responsibility for your ambitions and achieving your goals. That's what it means to be a man. So what she just said from a man perspective is good. Like, if you're a man, that's good. Like, being like, nah, what do I want my life to be like? What do I want to stand up for? What are my ambitions? What are my goals? And fuck everybody else who has expectations on me to do certain things. I'm going to do shit my way, the way that I want to do it. And just because people tell me to take this path, I don't have to fucking do that shit. I'm going to do my own shit. I'm going to find my own way. I'm going to make my own path. I'm not going to let life be just what everybody else tells me it should be. That's good from a man perspective. We're supposed to become independent. That's where we gain strength. When you blame yourself for all of your problems, you gain strength. Why? Because that means you now have the power to solve all your problems. You're not waiting for somebody else to solve problems for you. Because if you're waiting for somebody else to solve your problems, then you're just basically sitting there like, please solve my problems, world. But the world doesn't give a fuck about you. So you have to be able to take the reins on that. And then that's where you gain your power. This is good for a man. Because then when you gain power, you're able to protect and provide for those that you love and care about. On the women's side of this is bad for women. Women are not supposed to be running around doing whatever. They're the dependent sex. They're at their best when they're dependent on a man. That's when women are at their best. They're at their worst when they're independent, when they don't have a man, because nobody can lead their lives because they're emotional.
So let me ask you a question. I agree with you that now that we've opened up female horizons with education, with jobs, with the capability of making money, with Instagram and all these offers they get to fly around the world and all these things, women don't want to have kids, or they want to have kids later because they have a lot more options. I agree with you. But would you argue, if you were to look at it selflessly, not about the ant, but about the ant farm at large, that keeping women's horizons more narrow so they focused on rearing children would be better for society than the current society we're in, where we have to import a whole bunch of fuck knows who's into the country to try and maintain a population because the white people aren't even having any fucking kids because the white women are too busy sucking dicks in Magaloo?
Did you understand that?
To a certain degree, but I also couldn't give a shit. The world's going to shit anyway.
Bro, I don't know. But her saying that is so funny. Man, I don't care. Man, I don't give a fuck. Just like, what's her problem, bro? But that's where we are, y'all. Like, I need to refill my water, bro. I wasn't ready for the whole stream, bro. But yo, that is so funny, bro. She said, man, I don't give a fuck. Everybody crashing out anyway. Might as well crash out too. And it's like, bro. But anyway, as I said before, when they're left their own devices, this is the kind of stuff. And this is actually something I mentioned last stream, which was massive or really important, was the idea that we become, because no. I actually even just mentioned it. I also mentioned it last stream. You see how I said we break away from barriers and expectations, all these other things, so we can become strong too, not to be selfish, not to be able to just do whatever we want, but so we can provide and protect for those that we care about. right? So when we do things, we do it for responsibility reasons. We're not doing it just to fuck around. We might fuck around and do like some fucking around shit, but while taking care of something or someone or being for a greater purpose. For women, though, that's not the case. Women will make their own money, become famous and powerful, whatever, and become like Bonnie. That's literally what happens. This is the pinnacle, because you see how at the beginning of this, or I would say about 5-6 minutes ago when they were just talking, they were talking about how Bonnie is the pinnacle of what women have fought for, and she is. And what happened? And see how she's the pinnacle. What happens when you're at this pinnacle? You're loyal to no one. You're just loyal to yourself, as she's shown. She literally said, I don't care about the world. You see what I'm saying? Like, as men, we think about these things. When we get strong and powerful and cold, we're like, okay, who can I take care of? Who can I protect? That's what we think immediately. Them, it's just, I want to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm rich, I'm famous, I'm gonna just do whatever the fuck I want. That's like they live in la la land, guys. Like, it's baked into their evolution, bro. Or it's baked into their biology to be this way, to be self-serving, because they're the ones who hold the children. They're the ones who can have babies. So they have to be selfish. They got to make sure they give a baby to the best guy possible. So by nature, they're not thinking purposefully. They're like, for them, it's not, I'm doing this for a higher purpose or a higher reason. That's not really how they think. You know, they're thinking about, how can I just do whatever's best for me? That's what they think. So even when they become famous and powerful and have a lot of money, their mind never stops going towards, I want to just do whatever I want to do. Ours, from the get-go, we think, okay, if I become famous and powerful and have a lot of money, I got to take care of people. I got to help someone. I have to fight for an ideal or an idea. I have to do this for God, right? I have to do this for Allah, whatever your religion is. You see what I'm saying here?
So whether or not we've got more kids in it or not, it's fucked regardless. So just live your life the best. You're going to be dead in however many years anyway.
Fair.
So don't stress too much.
Fair. And this is what I like about Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue is my favorite. This is my favorite everything. Fair. Because what you just said, I understand and I agree with.
But it's selfish.
But what have I
But
said?
why should I not be selfish? Why should I give a shit about someone else that pays less tax than me, has, sits a
Okay, you see here, she's talking more from an individual standpoint, but it is yeah, you see, let me tell y'all something about Tate, though. This nigga funny. You see the way the nigga lie. See what I'm saying? See why we cooked? Because this is how they are, y'all. He's sitting there like, bro, this is what they do. I'm trying to tell y'all. This is what he's doing. He's smirking because he's thinking to himself, of all the people that have persecuted him, sent him to jail, whatever, Bonnie Blue is sitting here validating all the things that he has talked about and said why this is such a big fucking problem. Because this is what happens. You have a woman who is now massively famous. I'm pretty sure she's known everywhere in the world at this point. Like, she's massively famous, makes a shit ton of money, right? And this is her end state. After all of that, this is her end state. She's not talking about family. She's not talking about taking care of anyone. She doesn't even care about the societies that she's making money in, bro. She don't care. She's just thinking, well, I make more money than these bum ass niggas who are fucking mad at me on Instagram. She don't care. Tate's laughing because he knows, see, we actually have to care because we build this society. So we have to be mad. We have to be like, oh, this bad. She don't have to give a fuck. She's a woman. You think when the wars start breaking out because we fucking destroyed the entire West, we're letting women do whatever the fuck they want, she's gonna have to go fight and die? I mean, she's from the UK, but like, you think she's gonna have to go fight and die? No, we are. Like, oh man, that's why it's just funny seeing him laugh, bro, because he knows, he's like, oh, we're cooked.
Planes make shitty TikToks about me. Like, I couldn't give a shit if your life's going shit. By the looks of it, you live in a council house, you've got a couple of kids with different dads. I don't care. So why should I sit there and think, fuck, I should do something to help you? I don't care. I should focus on myself. And if more people did that, the world would actually be a better place. But they become so fixated on other people. I'm like, where's your life?
So no, the world wouldn't actually be a better place. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't. Okay, something I want to say to you, a lot of you guys, because I think when we're younger as men, we don't think about the bigger picture of our actions. We just think about what we want. We're very self-serving, especially when you're young, right? You're super self-serving. You're just only thinking about yourself. But you have to realize that your actions have larger effects. Like, the consequences of your actions don't only affect you, it also affects the culture that you reside in. It affects everyone when you do bad things, guys, in your society. It affects everyone. It doesn't just, it like, because when you just think, because think about it like this. If everyone thought for themselves and just did whatever they wanted, in the sense of they didn't have a bigger purpose, because as I just outlined before, Bonnie Blue was just talking from a purely selfish standpoint. It's just about me, 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 me. This is how women just are, as I explained. It's just me, 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 me. I don't care about anything. Well, the reason why she can speak that way is because we're the ones who have to care about things as men. We build everything. Imagine if all men sounded like her. We wouldn't have any of the things we have now. I wouldn't have this camera to speak with you guys. I wouldn't have this headset. I wouldn't have this computer. I wouldn't have this phone. I wouldn't have this house, this light. Like, I wouldn't have all this stuff if all men only thought about just serving themselves. It would just be anarchy. It'd be insane. It'd be crazy. So this is just Bonnie Blue's ignorance showing, because she's a woman. Like I said, because women never have to think about the bigger picture, because they don't have to go fight and die for the bigger picture, right? They speak this way. They speak as if their actions don't reflect on anything else. But even if their actions do reflect on anybody else, men will have to handle it, and we will. But saying this all to say, you as a man, you have to think about the bigger picture of your actions when you do things. You have to think. You have to start thinking deeper. You have to start thinking like, okay, if I do this, it serves me, but does it also serve my town? Does it serve the country that I live in at all? Right? Does it serve my town? Does it serve the society that I'm a part of? Does it serve the country that I'm in? Right? Because the only way you make a country better is if the individuals in said country want to serve the country and don't want to just take from the country. Because if everybody just wants to take from the country, then the country gets destroyed, which is why the West is currently getting destroyed. Because you have a bunch of third worlders coming in this bitch. We're immigrating a bunch of illegal immigrants who are taking advantage of the system and are just taking, but not creating. It destroys everything. We need creators. We need more givers. Givers are what allow society to be prosperous. The reason why the U.S. was so good in the 1950s, and everybody glorifies the 1950s, is because everybody was giving so much. We just came out of a war. Millions of Americans died. We're in a position where, bro, we just got to work. We got to take care of everybody. Nationalism was high. There was just so much country pride. And for that reason, everybody was playing their role, because it wasn't just about you. You started to realize that, bro, the shit that I'm doing, there's a bigger picture here. I'm doing it for the betterment of my country, not for the betterment of myself. You were quelling those personal desires you had because you understood this role that I'm playing fucking matters. And the reason why the West is currently running to ruin right now, guys, is because it's all about me, me, me now. Because that's all we hear from women. It's just me, me, me. I'm entitled to this. I want this. All we're hearing is women saying they want things, and men being like, well, I'm not getting anything out of this, and women not caring. And then men bow out, and then men don't build things, and men don't create things. You destroy society. I hope you guys really understand, like, in all these situations, why. And this is why I love talking about mental models so much, guys, like ways of thinking and understanding how to think, or think in ways that always serve you. Because when you're able to think about the bigger picture consistently, you can make sure not only do your actions benefit you, but they also benefit the country that you live in. And overall, you benefit even more. Not just you, but the kids and your wife and the kids you plan to have in this country if you want to live in the US. Like, I'm telling you guys, bro.
Why are you not focusing on yourself? Like, look in the mirror, you're fat, go and do something about it. Your teeth have that much plaque on it. Like, you're fucked. Like, there's no way out for you.
No, but what
Is this a good role model?
No, yes, because no, but what
No,
Bonnie,
yes.
No, what Bonnie's saying is important.
Why he said no, yes, is because no. Him saying no, yes, there is funny, but it's basically he's saying yes, it's important to see this is what women look like in their end state. Like, this is bad, but you know what I'm saying? It's not a good role model for what sustains a good society. That's what he means by yes, no. Like, yes, this woman is whatever, but no in the sense of this is not good for society as a whole. This is what's good for her, and this is what women are like, which is why we need to control them.
here. And it's not about what she's saying. It's about the general attitude. Because what I want to make clear, the reason society was run by men for so long is that men have a different biological instinct to women, and we're prepared to suffer for the greater good. Women are not very good at suffering. Men are good sufferers.
Look back at the wars. There's so much evidence of it.
Well, of course. And also, let's just look at the normal family. You talked about these men who come and see you, right?
Yeah.
But happy wife, happy life is true. And the reason it's true is because if the wife is unhappy, everyone's miserable because she'll make sure of it. But if the man's unhappy, everyone else can be happy. He'll suffer. He'll sit with no sex. He'll go to work every day.
Yeah.
He won't see his friends. He'll be miserable. He'll be depressed. He'll still pay the bills. He'll still pay the taxes. And everyone else gets to be happy. Men are good at suffering. Women are spiteful sufferers. And for that reason, they struggle to do anything. They struggle to suffer themselves for any greater good. Men have always...
Yeah, and I'll even say this too, from my own personal experience, because both my parents work, right? Both my parents have worked. God bless their souls, right? And for that reason, like, I've been able to do the shit that I've been able to do. So I'm super thankful for them. But the thing was, because I sounded English there, but because both my parents worked, it created a situation where my mom, when she'd come home, she'd be pretty annoyed if me and my brother didn't wash the plates or clean this or clean that or didn't put the meat out or whatever it was. I used to be so annoyed. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to do my homework, mom. Like, why are you mad? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like, why do I got to do it or blah, 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 blah. Like, she used to just come home and get really mad because, as Tate is explaining here, guys, like, women are spiteful sufferers. And this is also why I don't think women should work, because they can't do both. Like, they can't do both. And this is why women are just divorcing men left and right, because when you guys are relative to your girl and you're making as much money as she is, like, and she has to work, and then you're working, and then you guys have kids, bro, and then you're not buying like a babysitter or somebody has to take care of you, and this babysitter isn't cleaning, and you're just y'all, like, bro, it's cooked, because women will be spiteful sufferers. They'll come home, they'll take out their annoyance on everyone. You know, like that rate, because you know something I know for a lot of you guys, like, women or your mom, bro, moms are the best rage baiters, bro. They are the best rage baiters. They'll be sitting, you'll be in a whole other fucking room. You'll be up in your room and you'll still hear her talking shit about some shit that she's mad about, bro. Or whatever, because you didn't wash the plates or the meat or whatever. You're like, mom, like, fuck off, bro. Like, please. You're like, mom, please, man. I'm sorry. But and she's still mad because now when I'm older, you start to realize, like, well, she just went through a whole 8-hour shift of dealing with a ton of bullshit. And then she comes home and then the house isn't clean. And she knows in her mind she has to play that woman role still of cleaning because the husband got to work so hard. So, like, and it's like she's seen that role because my parents, my mom came from Cameroon. So she's used to seeing that role of the women. They clean, they take care of the house. So, like, she's like, bro, I got to do both of these things, bro. She might do it, but she's going to make everybody fucking feel it. Whereas for men, we're different. We're not going to complain. We're just going to do what we got to do because we're built to suffer. It's in our biology to suffer, right? It's built in. For them, it's not. They're going to come home. They're going to make everybody fucking feel it. Just like when Iran made that tweet, everyone will feel it. Like when they come back and some shit's out of order after they had to work an 8-hour shift, women are not meant to be doing that shit. This is why I'm saying women should not work, bro. It's fucking stupid.
Died for a greater good. Men have always said, this is bad for me, but it's good for society. Bonnie just quite correctly, quite pertinently highlighted the fact that she believes in living her life the best way that she wants to live so she is happy. And I agree with you. That's what you should do. That's fine. Because you're a woman. That's how women think. Women don't think I shouldn't do this because I care about society by and large. Women don't think that way. And once you understand that logic, you can extrapolate that out to the fact that women shouldn't be in charge of a country ever, because women are not prepared to take a bullet for a country ever.
I mean, I guess I contradict myself a little bit because I help society out a lot. And I do that because do you see how many dicks I drain? How many balls I've been emptied out on my face? How many cream pies I've taken and scooped it out? Like,
and how does that help?
She be so dead ass though. I mean, she lit it that way, bro. She be so real with it. Like, she be really talking her shit. Like, you know how wild I be, bro. You see what I be doing for these niggas? That shit funny though, bro.
Society.
Sex workers help, like, reduce rape rates by over 30%.
That sounds like a stat you just made up.
All right, so I'm gonna search that up real quick because even the first time I fully watched this through, I didn't search that up when she said that, but now I want to know. Okay, has sex work reduced? And I'm just using my phone because I don't want my laptop to lag as I do this. That's why I'm not opening another tab. Okay. Reduced the rape rate. Research suggests legalizing or decriminalizing sex work may lead to a decrease. So it just says may. And this is just with base like Google AI overview shit. Conversely, research suggests that criminalizing sex work can lead to blah, 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 blah. Unreported rape and blah, 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 blah. Rape laws affect rape rates, evidence from Europe. Blah, blah, blah. Just random bullshit ass article. Don't worry, y'all. I'm barely reading this motherfucker. Prostitution policies can be classified as the following group by right, but third way men to attention. We showed that the effective prostitution on rape rates is more pronounced when it's more difficult for men to choose. So basically, what she says, I don't know directly from a stat perspective, but it generally seems true. And I guess it just kind of makes sense. Like if you have sex workers or girls you can just pay to smash, like dudes are not gonna really be forcing their shit on the girls, which just is true, I guess. So
No, Google it.
Yeah, that's probably true. Mental health, it's good for mental health as well. It
The
stops
true
men
fact is
killing themselves.
32%.
Yeah, stops men killing themselves. Sex work is an important part of the world.
yeah.
Sex
So
work-
imagine like if you're
Are
a
you saying that because
rapist.
you had a webcam business?
I'm not saying that because I had a webcam business. I'm saying that because it's absolutely and utterly true. I'm the only point I was making earlier about women being in charge, I was actually trying to get to a final point. And the final point I would argue is that Bonnie has done no damage to society compared to giving the women the vote.
I've basically been a community worker.
Absolutely.
For example,
do you vote?
Not to be honest, I don't really know what's going on.
Okay,
In the world.
so do you vote?
No.
Okay, she's perfect. she's out here. She's sucking dick.
I am wife material.
She's sucking dick. She's not voting.
And maybe she wasn't a whore, but everything's great. I mean, she seems like she's pretty cool. It's just the whore shit that's like, oh well, fuck. Because she seems like cool people. I'll be honest. Like I wouldn't mind chilling with her. Like she seems very cool. It's just, god damn, like you fuck that way, dude, though. Like it's fucking wild, but it's true though. I mean, as long as women don't have positions of power, we're fine. That's really just what it is. When women have positions of power, everybody's fucked. Women are really bad with power, as we can see.
This is the kind of women we need. This is done. This is fine. If we stop women, we take the women's vote away. If you said to me, Andrew, fix society, all the women can either vote or be like Bonnie. I'd be like, make them all like Bonnie, give the men the vote back. We'll fix all
Even
country.
We'll fix everything.
Yeah. Why would she need to vote? I'm voting. Why would she need to vote when I'm voting? You're going to vote against your father.
No.
What kind of world is that?
Especially,
You know, it's really
especially as a dad, you taking care of her, all this other shit. Her life is amazing. Why would you go against anything? You see what I'm saying?
interesting to me. Since I had daughters, and I have a bunch, people always say, when you get a daughter, you're going to change your opinions. No, I fucking didn't. When you have a daughter, you know, you see these dudes and they have a daughter.
Once I have a daughter, because like I said last stream, I really want a daughter because I know a lot of niggas like, bro, I do not want a fucking daughter. Blah, 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 blah. But like for me, I already understand the masculine journey because I'm living it right now. So I'm like, I'm more interested in seeing a daughter success or a female success with my own eyes that I was a huge part of. Like, I'd rather see that because, you know, if I have sons, I just already know it's like, nigga, you got to be cold. Like, I know what the journey looks like. I know what he needs to do to become a winner, right? As someone who will become a winner, you know, or is on that path of doing what he can do to do that. So from the daughter side, though, I want to really test my merit and my ability to make sure she turns out great. So that's why I want a daughter.
And like the daughter's putting makeup on and they're like, girl, dad. Just because you have a girl doesn't mean you become gay.
I think that's cute though.
No, but no, I'm never
You're a
gonna
woman.
she's never gonna put makeup on my face. I'm never gonna be like, oh, my daughter wants, so I guess I just
sound
gave
like a
in.
farmer when you
She
say that.
melts my heart. No, you're gonna obey me because I am your parent and you are my child. My child can't vote against me ever. That's
Facts.
civil war.
Oh God,
That's
like
against the rules of. That's against the just working of the universe, sir. for me to have a certain opinion and my own offspring to have countering opinion.
On my mama, bruh. My son, if you try to vote against, I'm like, you go and you could beat my ass. I only let my son start voting against me once he could beat my ass. I'm like, all right, son, let's run the once. I'm literally training right now, bruh. Like, I literally just be doing shadow boxing in my room or whatever. Because obviously I spend all my time doing this shit, or want to be spending all my time doing this shit so I can blow up and grind and do all that kind of good stuff, right? So for me, it's more like, bruh, unless my son can beat my ass, you ain't voting against me. I don't care. You got to be able to beat my ass. Once you could beat my ass, fine, do whatever you want. Because you've earned that right. That's your masculine success over me. Once you can beat my ass, because as we know, men must fight and die for what they believe in. So unless you can beat my ass, you can't have any other beliefs.
Then I'm going to be sitting at some fucking dinner table in 20 years. And my daughter or my sons, any of them, are going to be there arguing with me about anything. Actually, in school, I learned, you better shut the fuck up. Because you're in my fucking house. It's my mansion. It's the Tate millions. You're living on my money. You're going to do as I fucking say.
Until they're 18 or they move out.
Unless they can beat my ass. This is what I'll say. If you can beat my ass, fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't stop you, but you can't beat my ass. Come on now.
If they want to completely cut me off and build their own version of life, I guess they could do that, but they won't do that. That's impossible.
It's how you bring them up. Like when they're 18, yes, they're an adult, but it's how you brought them up.
Of course.
Like my parents brought me up.
Do you have kids though?
No, I don't.
No.
But like my parents, I mean, everyone says my parents can't love me. My family must have disowned me. It's not the case. My family brought me up to be independent and live my best life, how I want to live.
Cool.
And as much as people think that is so shameful, that's disgusting. Like my life's become so much better and I'm happy. As much as people think I should be scarred, could kill myself and everything else.
And anyway, as I said last stream too, I love calling back to my old streams, bro, because I'll be really spitting for it. But point is, as I said last stream, some girls just want to be whores and they don't care. We'll really see, like, her metal's gonna get tested. I don't know how old is she actually. Let me search that up. Her metal's gonna get seriously tested. She's 26, so her metal is gonna start really getting tested in about 5 years. Like that's when you're really, or 5-6 years, we're really gonna start to see if she really with this hoe shit, because that's kind of where it is, where a lot of these hoes will either decide I'm just gonna do this hoe shit forever, or I'm finally, you know what, or go like the religion route. Like they might be like, oh no, you know what, God save me, or settle for some bum ass nigga, or they just do the whole shit forever. So her metal's gonna get really tested, and if she really fucks with this shit in the next like 5 years, 5-6 years,
I am happy. I genuinely live a much better life. So my family are nothing but proud of me. So
Are you really happy?
Really, really happy. Happy and wet
when you're
most
alone.
of the time.
You're
well, her what the fuck? I mean, her family's probably benefiting off this though. That's what I won't say. Like, I will say, like, I mean, she's made so much money. She's definitely taking care of her family a lot with this. And they're like, look, man, our daughter might be a massive whore, but I mean, she making us some serious bread. Like,
happy.
She's not voting. She's great. This is what we need. Do you want to be prime minister or not really?
No.
See, done, bro. This is it. This is what we need in society. Honest about their sex work, because all women out here are sex working anyway. When's the last? You've been in Dubai recently.
Yeah.
Find a woman who ain't sex working. That is a challenge, sir. $1 million to find a woman who ain't living off a man.
I'm eventually gonna go to Dubai eventually, because Dubai is lit, bro. Rich niggas is there, bro. Come on now. Dubai does have its own problems though. They got like serious, like, basically slave wages over there. There's a strong dark side of Dubai. I don't know if you guys have seen this shit on like YouTube or whatever, but Dubai is cool from like the obviously the wealthy lifestyle and all that other kind of shit. Like if you make a lot of money, you're really well off. Dubai is an amazing place, but you do gotta understand the ethics of Dubai, which is why I would visit Dubai. I would enjoy my time there. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy the vibes there. And it's just generally nice just from a quality of life perspective, because it's an absolute monarch. So like whatever the main nigga says goes, and everybody must fall in line. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool from like, it gets things done. But when you are also very rigid like that, it has a really strong dark side in contrast compared to like the US. Like you can see the good stuff and the bullshit all in the same place everywhere, which is why you'll go to a nice I was about to say, go a nice city like fucking New York. Them niggas are fucked. But the point is, you'll go to a quote unquote nice city like New York, or people have this vision or perspective of New York, like in New York, like Empire State of Mind type shit. But you'll see the big buildings, but you also see homelessness right in front of your face. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see both the good and bad when you're in the US. Everything is in your face at all times. Everyone is arguing. Everybody's divisive. Like, you're seeing everything everywhere. It's so hard to get things done because nobody agrees on shit. Bureaucracy is slowing everything down. We're super inefficient. But at least in the US, you get all the bullshit and the good stuff up front. You know, and I really love what this country is honestly based on personally, which is why I wouldn't want to live in Dubai, but to just visit there, cool. From like the rich lifestyle side of things, it's lit. Like, being there is awesome. But the ethics and morals of Dubai aren't the best because of how rigid it is. Like, you got slave labor and shit like that. I'll probably go over it, honestly, over one of my next streams, maybe after this video, just to like talk about it, how like some systems are great from a democratic, well, some systems, every system has its own kind of dark side, pretty much. Like, the dark side of here is just kind of like everything's in your face and everything's really slow. In other places, you might have a really amazing upside because everything is super direct, absolute monarch. But then you have the downside of niggas are getting like trafficked and slave labor and all this other kind of stuff. But I'll go over everything like a lot more accurately probably after this video when we finish it eventually. Okay, we'll probably go for, because I do want to go and dash. So we'll probably go maybe like 5 more minutes. Go 5 more minutes.
Because that is sex work. You giving sex and she's giving you money. That's the game. I tweeted
It's actually so true. I've never thought of it like that.
I
Like,
tweeted
when
this.
people are boyfriend and girlfriends, the
It's sex
majority of
work.
the time they do a low paid job, they've not got the education to do anything better. So, and they're having sex with the partners, keep them interested. The partner's paying the bills. It's a sex work with one client. just like you said.
100%. I said this, I tweeted it, and the whole world lost its mind because you know me. I'm a provocateur. But I said, yeah, women are sex workers.
Causing havoc is lit, bro. I'm about to be causing so much havoc on social media, bro. I got time, bro. I'm young, bro. Oh, I'm about to be tearing shit up, y'all. Y'all just wait, bro. The fam gonna get huge, bro. This shit gonna be lit.
You can either have a bunch of customers with OnlyFans, or you can have one customer called a husband or boyfriend. Or you can be ugly, and unfortunately, then you got to get a job. But if you're pretty enough, you don't do that. You find a boyfriend or a husband or a sugar daddy, whatever you want to call him, and he's paying your bills. Go to Saint-Tropez, Monaco, Cannes, go to Miami, go to Dubai, go to Hong Kong, go to any of these cities and find a beautiful woman and ask her job. She either doesn't work because her boyfriend takes care of her, or she has some bullshit vanity project which loses money that her husband pays for. Owns a flower shop that loses money each month. Great. Businesswoman, independent. Bullshit. Women are only ever been sex workers. Women have only ever translated their pussy into money, or pussy into provision, or pussy into protection. That's all women have ever done. Let's talk about the ancient days.
That's what they're designed to do. That's why they're visual in nature. This is why women's looks matter so much. This is why makeup is $1 billion industry. This is why BBLs are so popular. This is why any body augmentation shit, it's almost always geared towards women. Just augmenting your body in ways, because their looks garner all of the things that women want, which is provisioning and protection and attention, which creates the provisioning and protection.
When the ancient whoever's, the tribe, got conquered by another tribe, you're sitting around, there's 100 men, there's 100 women, the 100 men go out to war, they lose, the conquering tribe comes and takes over the ground, takes over the women. What do the women do? Here's some pussy, don't kill me. Please.
It's not.
God, though.
No, but it doesn't matter. That's all they've ever done. And I'm telling you now, you watch Hunger Games and there's fucking Katniss Evergreen running around with her bullshit fucking bow and arrow. When World War III finally comes, you're just going to see a whole bunch of women hooking. That's all they're going to do. They're like, shit, World War III, I need money. I need a man who can protect me. Here's some...
I mean, shit, the bombs... Yo, what's that World War III star? Hey, man, ain't no running nowhere. Just nuclear fallout everywhere, man. Everybody, bro. It's going to be because of the coin masters, by the way. It's going to be because of the coin masters and Netanyahu. I'll tell you that right now. It's going to be because of them. Like, if a World War III starts, it's going to be because of Israel. Like, I promise y'all it's going to be because of Israel. Like, I'm telling you. Hell, I mean, shit, we could have already had one started with the whole Iran and Israel conflict that literally just happened. So, what does that tell you?
Pussy. Anyone?
I would have fucked Hitler to survive.
Of course.
He was a real G, by the way, man. Hey, shout out to that Shout out to my boy, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm about to do a Jesus. Nah, that's not what I meant to do, but shout out to my boy, man. We like that nigga was really on to something, y'all. I should read that book that he has eventually. I'll read the book eventually, but like, nah, man. He was a great man. He was on fighting against all this nonsense, bro. He would have not fucked with any of this shit we got going on. All these problems, bro, he was trying to fight against. You know what happens, but the victors write the history books, bro. So even if you die a hero, the people who beat you will rewrite your name as a villain. So
fuck anyone to survive. Look at France in World War II. You hear about the
see, I was gonna say something, and I'm trying to see. I forgot what I was gonna say now. There's like this quote where they say, "You either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain." But in my opinion, it's like you could die a hero and you'll just be made a villain. Because whoever beats you or kills you is the victor, so he can rewrite your story any way that he wants to. And only those who were truly there, truly knew, or truly recollected your escapades will be able to say the right things about you. So it's like nobody really dies a hero. You die a hero and then you're written as a villain. So it's almost like there's a lot of villains who are actually heroes we just don't know. And that boy H-Man, yeah, bro, he was one of them heroes that was written as a villain, unfortunately.
war brides, they all had their heads shaved. You don't know about this? Oh, you didn't know? I'll tell you. The Nazis kicked the fuck out of all the French. Then the Nazi soldiers turn up to Paris. Nazi soldiers have money. Average French man, he either lost in war, lost a leg, and has no money. He's a brokey. The Nazi guy, he's got money. He's got the German Deutschmark. He's got a nice uniform. He's a winner. All the French women were fucking the Nazis. They killed their husband. They're fucking the next guy a year later. Why? Because he can provide, he can protect. They give him status. They get to go out and party. They all had their heads shaved afterwards.
This is also why like women move on a lot faster than men, because it's baked into their biology to be able to move on quickly so that they can survive. Understand? Because a lot of men would die, like, because we have to die fighting to protect our nations. So like men are dying all the time. So women have to be so ready to jump onto the next man in order to survive. Like women can't stand up against a man and tell him, "You killed my husband." Like it's super rare for a woman to be able to do that, bro. She needs to have masculine tendencies to be able to do that. She's just going to be like, "Well, my husband's dead. This guy's going to provide and protect for me. And I like him now so I can get wet so I can have his kids and the whole 9 yards."
Once the Americans kicked the Germans out of France.
I would have been bold straight away.
Well, there you go. This is what women do. Women say, okay, let me look at the world.
And it's funny. It's funny her even saying that. It's funny because I don't know how much Bonnie understands her own biology, but maybe to a level. This could just be her being comedic, or it could be like real, because maybe she's just imagining it in her head, like that happening to her, and she'd be willing to do it because like that kind of stuff turns women on. Like women getting pillaged, like they love that shit. Like it turns, because once again, it's just evolution, bro. They've been so used to seeing like their ancestors or the before them have been so used to seeing the place get destroyed, new men come. Like they're just so used to it. So like it turns them on naturally.
Strong as a man. I'm not as determined as a man. I'm not as intelligent as a man. I can't do any of these things men can do. What's the one differentiator I have? Pussy. So let me turn my pussy into what I want. That's not a bad thing. That's just understanding the world.
Biology,
right?
Do you think this is a positive message for society?
I'm not here giving any messages. I am a commentator, sir.
I tell you, if anything, it's factual.
A commentator give messages.
I'm a commentator, sir. I see the
Well, this is the message. Like that's the message is truth. You know, I mean, as she was getting ready to say anyway. But first, anyway, I'm gonna stop here. We're at 29 minutes, so we still got 2. Damn. But it's important, bro. This is important for me to go through this so you guys can really understand how I see a lot of shit. Because then when all my other lives, it makes it easier for you guys to understand a lot of shit. Or if you just come back to these first couple lives that I've done. But that's here nor there. I just want to get through this and make sure you guys hear a lot of my positions on stuff. But with that being said, hold on. Let's go to auto mode real quick. Hopefully this stream was not as laggy, because I literally opened like basically no fucking tabs. So hopefully this shit was not nearly as laggy at all. All right, so let's go solo real quick. All right, I'm gonna start. Oh, my screen's still shared here. So just gonna put all my other socials so you guys can get a chance to decide what you want to do, or to follow me on all my shit. Because as I said earlier, bro, we're gonna be going crazy on these motherfuckers, man. We're really trying to go insane in the man brain. We're trying to grow the fam and just take over a lot of this crazy shit, man. Because I could really cook all these niggas. Like, give me an opportunity. I want to fight niggas. Like, the fade is what I live for. I live for the fade. As men, we are built for the fade. The fade is what matters. The fade is what grows your ambitions, guys. It's the fade. Anyway, what am I forgetting here? Fucking TikTok, man. Just the gayest app ever, but I hate TikTok. It got some lit ass anime edits on there. I'll tell you that right now. Be fucking with the anime. Oh yeah, y'all already know I be fucking with anime heavy. Come on now. All right, anyway. So first, we're gonna shout out to YouTube. We should be streaming on there too, so you want to see that? Oh, we got one homie on YouTube, man. Hey, shout out to your boy, man. Welcome. Thank you for coming to the stream. Make sure to follow up on Rumble or YouTube or whichever you want to do. But let me see. All right, bro. So share this one. Gotta get faster with this shit. Okay, here. Yeah. All right, yeah, man. So definitely make sure to check out the YouTube, y'all. So this is the masculinity video I literally just made today, like 4 hours ago. I just dropped 4 hours ago. So definitely go check that shit out. If you want to understand what it takes to become a masculine man, or in the sense of how to train becoming masculine, bro, like this video simplifies it to like the best of my ability. And if it's not simplified enough, I'll go harder and make it simpler for you guys to understand, so it's more actionable and you could become more masculine. But definitely go check out the YouTube. I've also had like a last couple videos over the past 2 days with fear. This was a good one too. How to always stay motivated so you can achieve all your ambitions, and how to learn how to wait and be patient so you can achieve all your goals. I also post some of my TikTok content on here and like my short form type like success tips and like how to master the mental models that you need in order to overcome obstacles to ensure that you can get whatever you want out of life. Because if you have all the skills and all the mental models you need to get stuff, you can always get stuff, and life just becomes very fun. And then also just like some introspective stuff, like almost like tweets, but it's on Threads instead of X. So yeah, but like definitely go check out the YouTube, follow that up. Obviously, I'm going to be going live through YouTube through Rumble Studio, so definitely check that out. All right, so that's taken care of. Now let's switch over to now X. So yep, we're all live on X2. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do it. Obviously, I see myself through here. I got 54 views on there. Shout out to all my boys over there on X. Hope y'all have enjoyed the stream so far and have learned some shit from me at all. But make sure to join up on the fam. Follow me on X if you're watching on X. If that's the platform you like watching me on, follow me up on X. So yeah, I just be, you know what I'm saying? I just be tweeting or be liking my own tweets, man. I know y'all be like, oh, this lame ass nigga liking his own tweets. But look, let me tell y'all something very important. You have to be your number one supporter first before anybody supports you. Like, think about it like this. How are you going to expect anyone to believe in you or want to follow you or want to trust in what you say if you don't even trust what you say? That's why I always like my own shit, because I'm like, bro, I'm the coldest nigga I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the realest nigga I know because I know myself better than anyone. So it's just, this kind of shit is just really important. So like, yeah, I'm gonna start going crazy on Twitter, just tweeting a lot of stuff. I also post my short form content on here because why not, nigga? Like, you can just learn stuff from it, so why not? But yeah, so that's the X for y'all. So definitely follow that up and then just enjoy my X. I'll be tweeting out a lot or as much as possible, and you know, it's just great, man. We just do what we got to do. Okay, so last but not least, we'll do the TikTok on the clock. I fuck with that song a lot, but yeah, here's the TikTok. Smaller though. Like, I recently just started this TikTok, like maybe, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, 2 and 3 weeks ago. I don't fucking know, but like, yeah. So pretty much, I mean, you can kind of see this stuff on my YouTube already in terms of like the short form, my YouTube or my Instagram. Oh, I didn't even pull up my Instagram, bro. What the fuck am I doing? But okay, but anyway, so this is just the TikTok, pretty much. Starting off small, but this is definitely going to grow over time as I post more and shit like that. So it'll be clean. So yeah. So here, let me open up Instagram too. Now, hopefully I'm not lagging. I probably am lagging. Like, I probably am lagging, and that's fucking gay. But like I said, I'll be investing in a better setup and all that other kind of stuff. So like, There's no more fucking lag. Okay. So then here we have my IG. You know what I'm saying? So this is more of my short form stuff. It's the same short form stuff, just like Instagram. It just got to add a move, which is like my threaded content, which is just more of like my own personal perspective stuff. And as you can see, a lot of the anime shit in the back, because I'm gonna be honest, guys, anime has inspired me so fucking much. Like I've enjoyed anime since I was like 4 years old. Like I remember I used to be sitting back there in the day when on Cartoon Network would show Naruto at 7 p.m. Eastern time, bro. Like that shit was changing my life, bro. And Naruto is my favorite anime at all time. Like I've learned so much, bro. It's to the point that I be watching videos on Naruto politics. Like that's how deep this shit get. Like for every single level of increasing consciousness I've had in my life, like Naruto has some shit that I can extrapolate some shit from Naruto with these understandings. Like especially this nigga Pain's speech to Naruto, that shit changed my perception on like everything in the world when I first listened to that speech back in like, I don't know, like 2000 and like 9 or 10 or whatever it was, bro. But like, yeah. But anyway, this IG post the perspective stuff with the X like content, then like the whatchamacallit, the skit type content. Like this one I said, when I asked bro how he feels about immigration, he says we gotta stop letting these retards in the US. So we gotta stop letting these retards in so the US can have real unity and glory again. And this one just like when somebody tries to give you advice. And I even used anime quotes in these ones. Hopefully the sound comes up. Where's the sound?
You don't understand me. You don't even understand yourself. You're just a thug who got lost in the nest.
Yeah, bro. I was making short form content back on TikTok in like 2021. So like 2020. So like I'm just so used to making these like shorter skit type videos. So like I just do, and niggas just fuck with them. And this is what I said when you're trying to decide whether you should have a girl before or after they come up. Always after. Girls like to just move in. They do not like to build. They do not like fuck with you not being a finished product. And we already know this because of the way women act now. Women will immediately want to go fuck with top tier men who are they've already come up, and they just go fuck with them. They're not interested in building with you. It's very rare for women to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with social media now, when she can just instantly upgrade when she wants to. Back in the day, like because the world wasn't so interconnected, yeah, maybe women preferred building then because they had less options. But now with the amount of options that they have now, like it's a huge risk to think a girl's going to build with you, just to be real. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just not likely, right? So yeah, so that's the IG. Definitely go follow that up. I posted the most on IG because I've been IG the longest, but obviously we're going to continue to post more and just, just build the fam, man. I also need to add like all my handles down here too. So I'm actually probably going to do that today or tomorrow after I come back from dashing. So yeah, man, that's the stream for today. We're going to pick back up with the Tate and Bonnie Blue interview tomorrow and just keep cooking. I'll just keep giving you guys my opinions and takes on shit, and just let me know if you guys fuck with the stream. Follow me on Rumble. This, that, and the third. Yeah, man. So we just, I don't even think I was in Prezi mode. Yo, y'all might not said, my boy Jinx said, yo, what's up? Oh, what's up, bro? I just read that chat now. Yo, what's up, man? I hope you enjoyed the stream. Or if you just came in, man, like I appreciate you. Definitely join the fam. We'll be doing streaming every day for at least an hour a day. So definitely tap in. Now I have to show my Instagram again because I wasn't in fucking Prezi mode. See, I have to learn. I really have to learn this shit so I can make sure that you guys are always seeing what I'm talking about. Was this pre-recorded? No, bro. This is live. This was not pre-recorded, bro. Like at all. Like this is live here and direct, bro. We live and direct, bro. Ain't no pre-recorded shit. Unless it's my YouTube content that I post as pre-recorded. But yeah, as I said, this is my Instagram. I just talked a lot of shit, but basically, simply put, I post my like X type content on here, but I use it through threads. I fuck with anime. Also, the other short form content that I post, which is just like more direct, like mental models you can use to overcome like loneliness and shit like that. And then my skit type stuff too. And then niggas' abs looking nice. I gotta get a hold of something. Just I gotta get a hold of something. Then all these other, I even have these nice quotes too on here that I wrote. So, but you guys can definitely go check those out on your own time. But definitely hit the follow on the Instagram and just enjoy that shit. So yeah, man. Hopefully I don't know if I was in Prezi mode for anything else. You said I just came in, man, but I like your videos, man. I appreciate it, bro. Really do appreciate it. I'm actually about to get off, so definitely make sure to check in tomorrow for tomorrow's stream because I'll be streaming around this time, 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So definitely tune back in. It'll be a nice long stream. We're going over the Tate and Bonnie Blue video. So you guys will be able to learn a lot of my takes and my views and shit like that. If you already enjoy my YouTube videos, you're definitely going to enjoy the streams too. So yeah, man. So that's the stream for today, y'all. I will catch y'all tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time, as I just said. And we're just going to keep cooking, man. We're going to grow the fam. It's going to be great, man. The vibes are just going to be lit. So yeah, man. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace out. Love the fam. Peace, peace.